Is that the phone? Yes, who is it? I'm coming.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Oh, it's Jack.
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So,
Okay.
are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Yes, we've touched on this before. A piece of envelope with the wrong address. Letter's late arrival saved him. Yeah. This should be it. No? Oh, come on. There we go. No? This then? Letter's late arrival saved the murderer. Poirot's address is not very well known. And the murderer always warned him. Let's see. I'm fairly sure those two should be there. Those two. It's not very well known. And he warned him. But then... this be it? Yeah, that was it. The mistake is intentional. Why did he send his letters to Poirot? And there we have this one. It's not very... its address is not very well known.
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
No,
You
it's
are
not.
quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Here we go again. What do we know about Cust? He is easily influenced. Tries to overcome his travel sickness. No. Yeah. He was a door-to-door salesman. He didn't decide where to go. Or is that not what they're looking for? Are they looking for this? There we go. He's mentally fragile and easy to manipulate. His presence at the crime scene. Yeah. Here we have the door-to-door salesman thing. And I'm fairly sure that's not it, but no. There is this, though. So anyone who was using Cust could have gotten into his records and found where they were going. And this connects with that. Yeah.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
That's
Indeed,
the thing,
it seems
isn't
unlikely
it?
that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Let's see. It says just 1 murder is of interest. Because pleasure, 3 murderers. 12, but no. I'm cheating a little bit because I know the story well, so I know the answer to this. But I don't care. Just 1 murder is of
Just
interest.
1 murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest, and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Don was never treated by Dr. Clark. He wasn't. What? Yeah, this one.
He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
He never said that.
Or Mr. Franklin Clark.
That's ridiculous.
Is it
Both of
though?
you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yeah, let's. Is Donald clever? Yeah, I'd say so. Is he sure of himself? No, I wouldn't say so. Easy to influence. Is he a seducer? Ooh. Women like him. Does he like trains? He does. He sleeps on them. Is he impulsive? Oh dear. He is quick-tempered. Yes. Is he generous? Yeah, that's actually even one of the words in this. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper.
Yes.
It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
True.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Of course it is.
Absolument, Mr. Clark.
You don't get away.
Let's now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is he clever? He was a good student. So yeah. Is he sure of himself? Where is the visit? Concerts. If you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. Yeah. This one. No? Seriously? Okay. Don't think it's that one. Don't think. Oh, it's that one? Really? Okay. Is he a seducer? Yeah, but that's a relationship with Sir Carmichael, not with Franklin. She's being courted. So yeah, a little bit. Does he like trains? The book. The book. I feel like we're getting close to the end on this. Is he impulsive? No. He's a cool-blooded guy. Is he generous? Yeah. He offers to pay for everyone.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up.
Are you sure about that?
Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
Franklin was impatient. Well, I half remember it being something to do with Thora Grey, but I can't remember what.
Because of Miss Grey. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr.
That's
Clark,
rude.
it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing.
That's
you
true.
realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no, you know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
Are you sure?
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
You bluff, of course. Invent an item of proof found in Alice Asher's tobacco shop. Lie about fingerprints found on Cust's typewriter. Proof is going to be easy to find. You can't disprove this immediately. We bluff.
One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Oh, of course you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard has found your print along with those of Cust.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
Really? You're saying it was worth it to kill your own brother?
Don't come near me!
Oh, it's okay.
I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
Those are blanks. You're not getting out of it that easily. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna die from that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark. There is no easy death for you. I expected your reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Nope. So if I had chosen the real bullet, would he have successfully committed suicide then? It's kind of disturbing. Makes me
Disappointed at
curious.
having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
Okay.
Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Congratulations, you two.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better. And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has
Good
enjoyed very good
job.
health ever since.
That makes one wonder, though.
Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press.
He earned
And
it.
as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire. even more popular than York Minster.
Good for you, Dick. And there's the credits! Based on the novel The ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. Well, there were a lot changed, but I kind of expected that. Kinda have to change a few things to keep it interesting even to people who like and know the story. So I knew the story, but there were still things that was like, what? Where did that come from? The gun at the end was one of those things. I don't remember that being in the story in the original. And I'm really, really curious about what would have happened if I chose the real bullets. So I'm gonna have to check that out. If I can get back to that part and see what would happen. I have a feeling I know what would happen, but I kind of want to make sure. So. Okay, I'm gonna see. Oh, so this is all the things we didn't get to see. Let's get through the timeline, shall we?
When Franklin understands that his brother's inheritance is going to be stolen from under his nose, he decides to get rid of him. In order not to be considered as a suspect, he has the idea of including the murder as part of a series that the police will put down to a madman. Franklin uses Sir Carmichael's medical records to choose his...
Okay, let's not go through everything completely. Okay. What can I...
Franklin Clark is unmasked. He is the true culprit and the man who manipulated Cust. And there we have it. Another
Okay, that's it. So what happens if I go back into play? Where does it start me? At the beginning. Okay, we're back here.
The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks.
No. Let's see what happens if we use real bullets.
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
Here we go. Here we go.
Don't come near me! I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
So he did succeed in killing himself.
Took the law into his own hands.
I kind of figured.
He had no right. He should have paid for his crimes. I should have expected what he did.
Come on, Poirot. Everybody makes mistakes.
Exactly. Hastings, if one day I sound pretentious, please whisper these 3 letters in my ear. ABC. They shall remind me that we all have our limits, even me.
Okay. I like the other ending better. I have to admit.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
This should be all the same, I think.
Donald Fraser
If
and
so,
Meghan
I'm just
Barnard
gonna cut out of it.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better.
It looks like it's all the same.
And a few
Have a
months
great
later,
day, everyone.
to Dr.
See you
Logan's
soon.
great surprise,
Bye.
she was back on her feet again.